The branches shake violently as a young ape scrambles across the canopy, clutching a handful of ripe fruit. Below, something moves. A leopard bursts from the shadows. The forest explodes with panic. Adults scream and leap from branch to branch, mothers clutching infants to their chests. Leaves rain down as the troop scatters through the tangled canopy. One juvenile slips. For a moment, the world falls silent. The young ape crashes through the branches and slams onto the forest floor below. Above, the others freeze. The ground is the realm of death, but the mother descends anyway. She drops from the branches, landing awkwardly beside the fallen infant. The forest holds its breath. The scent of the leopard still lingers in the humid air. The infant stirs, alive. She pulls the small body close and climbs again, returning to the safety of the trees. For millions of years, the canopy has been their world. But the world is beginning to change. Weeks pass. The forest grows thinner. Where towering trees once formed an endless green ceiling, sunlight now pours through widening gaps. The troop moves carefully through what remains of their ancient home. Food is harder to find. The fruit trees that once fed generations now stand scattered and lonely across the land. The forest is retreating. Far beyond the trees, a new landscape spreads across the horizon. A sea of tall grasses and scattered acacia trees. The savanna. To the apes, it is a dangerous and unfamiliar world, but hunger pushes them closer to its edge. One afternoon, the troop reaches a clearing where the forest simply ends. The ground stretches open beneath a blazing sun. Wind bends the grasses like waves in an endless ocean. The apes hesitate. They cling to the last branches, staring into the open world beyond. Predators rule the plains, yet behind them, the forest continues to die. A young female climbs down first. She steps onto the ground cautiously, her body low, ready to flee. One afternoon, the troop reaches a clearing where the forest simply ends. The ground stretches open beneath a blazing sun. Wind bends the grasses like waves in an endless ocean. The apes hesitate. They cling to the last branches, staring into the open world beyond. Predators rule the plains, yet behind them, the forest continues to die. A young female climbs down first. She steps onto the ground cautiously, her body low, ready to flee. Life on the ground is different. Every movement must be watched. Every sound carries danger. The apes move in tight groups, keeping the young in the center. Above them, vultures circle lazily in the bright sky. The troop searches for food among shrubs and roots. Then the wind shifts. A low rumble shakes the earth. Across the grasslands, a herd of ancient elephants emerges, towering giants moving slowly across the savanna. The apes freeze in awe. The giants pass like living mountains, their massive feet leaving deep craters in the soil. But where giants walk, predators follow, and predators are never far away. Days later, the troop discovers a waterhole. The surface glitters under the afternoon sun. Thirst drives them forward. One by one, they approach the muddy edge. But as a young ape bends to drink, the water erupts. A massive crocodile lunges from the depths. Jaws snap shut where the ape stood moments before. The troop screams and scatters. The crocodile sinks back into the water, leaving only ripples behind. Even water is dangerous now. On the savanna, every source of life carries the scent of death. Seasons shift. The dry winds arrive. The grasses turn brittle and yellow beneath an unforgiving sun. The waterholes shrink. The forest behind them continues to vanish. The troop begins to wander farther each day, searching for food and water. Hunger grows sharper. Then, one morning, they find something unexpected. The carcass of a giant antelope lies half-eaten in the grass. Hyenas have already torn into it, but scraps remain. The apes approach cautiously. The smell of blood fills the air. One of them lifts a heavy bone. He strikes it against the ground. It cracks. Inside lies soft marrow, rich, fatty nourishment. The others gather close. For the first time, they feed from the remains of a kill. A new survival strategy is born. But danger never rests. That night, the troop shelters among scattered rocks beneath a rising moon. The grass whispers in the wind, then come the eyes glowing in the darkness. Hyenas circle the group slowly, their eerie calls echoing across the plains. The apes huddle together. One bold predator rushes forward. Chaos erupts. The apes scream and throw stones, striking wildly. Dust fills the air. The hyena retreats, but not before injuring one of the elders. The wounded ape collapses. The troop gathers around him through the long night. Some groom his wounds gently, others keep watch. For the first time, survival is not only about escape, it is about protecting one another. The following days are harder still. The elder weakens. Food grows scarce. Storm clouds gather over the horizon. Then the sky breaks. Lightning tears across the plains as rain begins to fall. The storm becomes a violent wall of wind and water. The troop runs through the darkness, searching for shelter. They find refuge inside a shallow cave carved into a rocky hillside. Thunder roars overhead. For hours they huddle together in the darkness. The storm rages through the night. But when dawn finally arrives, the world outside has changed again. The rain has awakened the land. New plants push through the soil. Fresh water flows through small streams. Life returns. Days later, the troop follows one of those streams across the plains. The water leads them toward a wide river winding through the landscape. Here, food is plentiful again. Roots, fruits, and insects line the riverbanks. Birds scatter through the reeds. Fish ripple beneath the surface. The troop drinks deeply. The wounded elder survives, and slowly, the group grows stronger. One afternoon, a young ape crouches beside the river. In his hands, he holds two stones. He strikes them together. The sharp sound echoes across the water. The others watch curiously. Again, the stones strike. Something has begun, not just survival, not just instinct, but curiosity, the quiet beginning of something greater. As the sun sets over the savanna, the troop moves along the riverbank toward the distant horizon. Behind them, the ancient forests continue to fade from the earth. Ahead lies a new world of open land and endless sky. The apes disappear into the tall grass. They do not know it yet, but their journey into the open plains has begun a transformation that will echo through millions of years, a transformation that will one day lead to us.